April 5th. I think today is tonight, according to Brad. We study or research supposed to be a new day of the first of East. So we pray together, Noah and Brad and I, during lunchtime. As a witness. Go ahead.
My vision, I saw. Well, first I'll give it setting. I saw a very clear and still lake, and the sky was. It must have been dusk or the time of the day of dusk, and the vision itself was very intensely this fiery orange color because of the color that the dusk was giving off in the vision. So I saw what was like the very side of a rowboat and many paddles moving it along in synchronization very quickly. I didn't see who was paddling, and I didn't really have much detail of the boat, but I just saw the side of this boat. I guess it would have been bigger than just a simple rowboat because of the amount of paddles that were paddling it along. I was just looking on one side of the boat in my perspective, but that's just the gist of what I saw in the vision.
What do you feel?
I actually don't. I really have no understanding of what the vision means. I know that what is pretty significant about the vision is the intense color of everything that the sky was giving off, because of course the lake reflected the color in the sky, so it's all very like a fiery orange.
It's the color is good or bad in your impression?
It was really pretty looking. So I mean, like it's a beautiful,
Scene.
almost portrait like scene. So, I really, I guess
Dusk.
dusk. Yes.
Okay, means
The day's ending. Yeah.
the day's ending. The
Yeah.
ending. So it's basically a word peaceful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw like the earth kind of open up and this just spring.
Before you go on, do you have an understanding about religion?
The the part of the rowing in synchronization and with force and vigor, I think, aligns with the temperament of the vision I had. Because the vision I had was like the earth opened up and this gushing of water just shot out of the ground with great force and might, almost kind of like a, like the opening up of God's great blessing of water. Yeah, like water. Yeah, not necessarily coming from the rock or a rock, but like, in a place where abundant water just opens up and just pours forth. Sharp out of the
Overflow.
ground. Yeah.
Use that
just-
word? Can you use that word?
yeah. I mean, you can. It was just like, just the opening up of the ground and the water just shooting up like a great mighty force of spring.
Would the
So,
fountain shoot out to the rock or something
yeah, just shooting straight up out of the
like
ground.
gushing out, am I right?
Yeah. I mean, not like huge or massive, but like it's
Like
you don't
it's
see
open
it.
up.
You don't see that sort of thing happen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
What do you mean
uh,
don't see that in source and that? And give me a description of how you see that.
So it wasn't like. So if it was overly, gushing forth or overly massive, it might be perceived as like judgment or danger, like, oh gosh, it floods, we're gonna get washed away. But this wasn't like that. It was in a substantial way, but enough to be like, wow, a spring of water of nourishment is springing forth in a,
like a new waterhead in a sense, new
Yeah.
riverhead.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
it was
why
great.
relate together the rolling boat?
I thought I would know as first mentioned the boat along the shores because Jesus would get into the boat and go back and forth across the Sea of Galilee, or in a boat several times, and he stood on the boat to preach to the people, and as well, and it was just a small rowboat, enough for maybe 10, 12, 15 people to fit in, so it wasn't a lot. And so I thought of that, and
Is that kind of rowboat? You know?
Is it that kind of
same
rowboat?
Well, I mean, it seemed like I shouldn't have probably used the word rowboat. I only did because of the kind of the shape it had, but the boat itself actually seemed really long because there were many paddles on the side I was looking on. So I wish I had more detail of the boat itself, but I really only just saw the side perspective of it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think, synchronization represents unity. It represents oneness.
Synchronized.
And the body.
Then the birthing out of the river, in a sense, or the water. The bursting
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Like the vigor of the rowing represents like an effort or a force or a represents like a motion, a movement of something, and so does the water. And so I think that like the rowing of it with force and vigor is the same temperament of the way the water was coming out.
Holy eye,
But,
divine heaven, praise.
Sure. Lord, Lord, you give these visions, Lord, and you give these understandings, Lord. And Lord, I pray that the visions that you give, that there be understanding, Lord. That you don't, that you desire us to understand. You don't give and without the desire for a man to understand what you speak. Lord, you desire it to be sought out. King Solomon said that wisdom has to be sought out like treasure, like gold and silver, and with great diligence, Lord. But by doing so, there's a reward in it, Lord. And so, Lord, I do pray that in this, Lord, that we know what your heart is speaking. We know what you are desiring, Lord, in it and through it. And so we pray for your guidance, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hallelujah. Well, eat your food.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Okay.
Yeah. Hope we're still